Good afternoon and a warm welcome to the Mr. Arsenal podcast alongside the All Sports Bar Cafe, and we are here today for the game between Manchester United and Liverpool. I do have two guests coming in today. Ryan will be coming in from the Mr. Arsenal podcast and should be with us very shortly, and we'll also have Craig coming in to join us to obviously watch the game as well. So this is using the chat first and foremost. Good evening, or should I say good afternoon, G. How are you? Hopefully the weather's as nice down your ends as it is here. Absolutely baking today. So yeah, really nice. Sitting in the bar, looking forward to this game, and a big game for Mr. Eric Ten Hag. And good evening to Catherine. How are you? Hope everything's good in your end in America, and hopefully you've got some good weather as well. So, guys, let's have a quick look at obviously the teams for today. Obviously, Manchester United versus Liverpool. A bit of a strange one, really, because it's a bit of a 4 p.m. kickoff in terms of obviously a 4:30 usually. And the game has actually kicked off as we speak. So we're into the first 10 seconds of the game. And Manchester United have kicked us off. And, yeah, we'll see how this game goes. Man United on the attack already. Fernandes now on the ball. But, yeah, massive game. Third game in, and it's probably one of the biggest games of the Premier League fixtures. Manchester United versus Liverpool at Old Trafford. So, yeah, big game. I'm sure there'll be a lot of talking points also from the games yesterday, and I'm sure when Ryan comes in, there'll be discussion regarding Mr. Kavanagh's performance at the Emirates. But just to let you know the scores that have ticked in today already. Spursy being Spursy again. Lost to Newcastle 2-1 at St James's Park. A late goal there from Isak, a 78th minute goal. And at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea won, Crystal Palace won. So a brilliant point there for Crystal Palace. Chelsea, yet again, dropping points at home. And I'm sure that was not what they expected from today's result. So, yeah, good day if you're obviously an Arsenal fan, seeing Spurs and Chelsea not picking up points. Here we go. Got some more people in chat. Good evening, good afternoon to Mr. Morgan himself. Yep. Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is now going to Saudi Arabia. Pretty shocking move for me, leaving the Premier League to go there when he was in the England squad prior. Got nothing else to say about that really. G saying that the Liverpool away kit is awful. Not really a good look at it at the moment, but I'll take your word for it, G, at this moment in time. Obviously, Mr. Podcast is on his way. He should be here any time now to come and join us for this game. Man United on the attack here. Take a short corner and it's cleared away by Liverpool. So, guys, obviously, let's have a bit of discussion about yesterday. What were your thoughts on yesterday's performance, Arsenal versus Brighton 1-0? Be good to get that into the chat to kind of obviously discuss how you kind of see it. What we will do is go through the Manchester United team. So you've got Onana in goal, Mazzarri, Dillit, Martinez, and Dalot as the back four. As I say, that Man United on the attack again. Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Manu, Rashford, Garnacho, Sirtsky. So a pretty strong team there from Manchester United that they put out today. And they have started very positively in the first 3 minutes. The Liverpool team today, we got Alisson goal, Trent Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, and Robertson. You got Sassuolo, McAllister, Granit Birch, Diaz, Salah, and Jota up front. So yeah, pretty strong team there for Liverpool as well. So I fancy Man United to win this today, guys. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. 2-1 win. I'm going to go for Manchester United. I just think it's a massive game for United today, and I do think that they need to win this game more than probably Liverpool do, considering what happened at Brighton last week. But as I say that, Liverpool on the attack now. And switch play. Salah's on the ball. Cleared away. And it's cleared away. So, yeah, you can find us, guys, on both the Sports Bar Cafe and the Mr. Arsenal podcast for this game today. And if you're interested in all the shows that are coming up this week, we'll have a bit of discussion around that later. Loads of shows coming up on both the channels. Just want to say a big well done yesterday to Jonesy and his WWE team. Over 4,000 views for the WWE Watchalong Bash in Berlin, which has run across 3 of our YouTube accounts, the Mr. Arsenal podcast, Sparksy's channel, and obviously my own. Brilliant views there. And obviously what Jonesy and our guys are doing are absolutely growing. So well done there, guys. But as we speak, 4.5 minutes here at the moment, and it's still 0-0. Give me your score predictions, guys. What are your score predictions for today? Good evening to Steph. Good evening to Mr. Misfit. Yeah, he's finishing off his roast, and I need to put mine on. So the second half, I'm going to be in the old, going to be on the kitchen, I reckon, doing a nice roast pork. Some interesting predictions here. G's going for a 3-2 Liverpool win. Be a good game that if we get a 3-2 out of this one. BX Gunner going for a 2-1 Liverpool win. So everyone's going for a Liverpool at the moment. The Mr. Arsenal podcast is going for a 0-0 or Liverpool to smash United. So he's basically not going for United to win anything. Catherine's going for a 3-1 Liverpool. And here's a little stat for you. Bit of a worry one if you're a Man City women's fan. They've scored 0 goals in pre-season. Interesting. Very interesting, that one. But yeah, Tottenham losing today. 2-1 at Newcastle. So here we go. Liverpool here. Oh, Diaz. Oh, is that beyond the line? It's a goal. It's a goal. Liverpool are leading. Liverpool winning. It's 1-0. Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was beyond the line. It wasn't clear to start with, but the referee looked at his watch, and it was given 1-0 Liverpool. So that good start for United in the first 2 minutes has totally been undone. Sucker punch, 1-0 Liverpool. I'm just hearing Gary Neville saying potentially could he be off? There's nothing off there. I think he's off, guys. I think he's off. I think Salah's offside here. Not sure yet, G. Not sure yet. Is he offside? For me, he's offside. This is going to go back to 0-0, in my opinion. And there you go. It remains 0-0. Goal disallowed. Ooh. Slot don't look happy about that one, but he's definitely off. Absolutely 100% off, and it remains 0-0. Good afternoon. I keep saying good evening, but it's still afternoon. Good afternoon to Mr. Dunning. He's saying Salah's off. He's absolutely bang correct there. Definitely a ball well cleared over the line. But yeah, Manchester United have been given one there. So they've been on the end of some VAR decisions, but this time it's gone their way. That is a good question, G. That is a very good question. Why did Salah touch it? It doesn't touch out. I think that makes up for Manchester United's one last week on the goal line, doesn't it? Very much so. One's gone against them, one's gone for them now. No more smugness there, but I'll tell you what, who is popping out to play? Dr. P himself, Dr. Pepper. We will also look at today a very significant result in the old SPL, as we like an SPL conversation in this chat. Celtic 3, Rangers 0. Oh, that's a big old blow for Rangers in the first Old Firm derby of the season. A spanking there for Rangers, and 3-0 to the Oops. He's a bit of a quiet chat at the moment, if we're being totally honest. Yeah, big one that. But as we say that, we got our first guest. How you doing, mate?
How do you, mate? You all right?
Not too bad yourself, Craig?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I think I've calmed down a little bit after last night. I think we all wanted to rant a little bit on the Watchalong last night, but we decided to try and not to, because obviously we were on for the wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad, mate. I've chilled out a bit.
First and foremost, mate, what was your views on that decision by Mr. Kavanagh?
So when I first saw it, I thought that's a little bit silly from Declan kicking the ball away. But then I thought he's hardly booted it. Pedro's done the same thing in the first half. He's done the same thing in the second half, and he's not been booked. I don't know who the player was that belted him. Who was it that belted him, that kicked him after he knocked the ball away?
Oh, Feltman.
That's it. Who's he? When he's trying to play that quick pass, if you watched it from a different angle, there's no one making a run. There's no one he can potentially pass that ball to. So he knew exactly what he was doing when Declan's kicked that ball away. So why is he not being looked at?
Something I put today, mate. Yeah, right. I'll put it out as a tweet. Obviously, I had a bit of a few drinks last night, so I was absolutely pissed off. But for me, this is the tweet I put out. Number one, either the free kick has actually been taken place in the precise spot of the alleged foul given by Graham Kavanagh, which means Declan Rice was then fully within his right to touch the ball. Now, in my eyes, Veltman gets up and touches the ball. So he either kicks the ball away to gain an advantage and put the ball forward to an area that he wasn't fouled within.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, he's kicked the ball himself.
Yeah.
Or he, like you said, he's booted the ball forward to get a reaction, to some kind of reaction, because he knew Rice weren't going to get out of the way at that point. And then my second part of that is, and this is my second part, if the ball has been deliberately kicked away from the alleged spot given by Graham Kavanagh by Joel Feltman, he's trying to gain an advantage. He's trying to gain an advantage of getting the ball further up the pitch. Yeah. Okay, you could say it's only 2-3 yards. What's 2-3 yards going to do? But he had the ball on the spot when he got fouled, and he decided to kick the ball himself. Yeah. So, in my opinion, what Mr. Kavanagh should have done was pull both players to one side and say, "Look, you're wrong for what you're doing wrong. You're wrong for what you're doing wrong anymore, and I'm gonna book you both."
I saw a video. I agree. He should have just had a word with him. No second yellow, and just left it at that. But I saw a video when Rice was at West Ham and Kavanagh was reffing the game. I don't know if you've seen it, going around. And he slightly pokes the ball away. Nothing. No yellow cards. Nothing. Literally exactly the same situation. Deckers has given away a free kick. He's got up. He's just tapped the ball away. Kavanagh's had a word with him. So if we're talking about these referees being consistent, why was it all right then, but not all right yesterday?
Yeah, and why was it all right for a player to boot, like you said, boot a ball right down into the pitch when it goes out of play to gain an advantage to basically be able to set a team back up to defend the situation?
Yeah.
Nothing was given there, and this is my biggest issue now. Yeah, right. You can't be making them kind of decisions and then not making decisions elsewhere on the pitch. Yeah. You're building a rod for your own back. Do you know what I mean? And there's been instances today where it's not happened. There's no booking for it. And why is there not?
I saw something about didn't Porro boot the ball
Yeah.
away?
Yeah, allegedly.
Couple of other people I think I saw, but called out for booting the ball away. No yellows given. Like, do the refs have their own rules and laws that they have to follow? I thought they were all the same. So if a yellow card was given yesterday, why weren't yellow cards dished out today?
It's
got to be consistent, hasn't it?
Well, that's the problem. If it was consistent, and he said that, do you know what, he's booked this geezer. He's booked the geezer in the first half for booting a ball 45 yards up the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Then you sit there and go, okay, there's a little bit of consistency there. Yeah. It is something Declan Rice probably shouldn't do when he's on the yellow card. Don't get me wrong, Declan Rice, and I'll tell you something else for nothing. Declan Rice didn't look happy yesterday at the start of the second half. There was a corner just before that, and I thought to myself, weirdly, he don't look happy. He don't look happy. And I don't know if it's something to do on the pitch or whether it's to do something at half time. I don't know. But he didn't look happy. But yeah, maybe he shouldn't have touched the ball. But we're talking about a player that's literally touched the ball and it's gone nowhere. It's gone nowhere. And I wouldn't have a problem with it for two reasons. If firstly and foremost, he'd booked the player in the first half.
Yeah.
But secondly, in my eyes, he's taken the free kick, the guy. He's kicked the ball on the spot where the referee blew up. He's kicked the ball first. It's not like Declan Rice has then to kick the ball away. He's passed the ball basically to Declan, and then Declan's touched the ball. For me, common sense has to prevail there. Common sense.
Yeah.
But this is the Howard Webb era, isn't it? This was the guy who was supposed to come in and change everything, make everything better after the corruption of the Mike Riley era. And it's no better, it's worse. Eze's free kick 2 weeks ago. Absolute cost, Crystal Palace. I think 3 points, personally. Yeah. I think they go on to win that game, if that goal's given at the time. Yeah. Cost them points. And do you know what? No one gets an apology for it. No one gets an apology for it.
They're not going to apologise because then it means they're admitting they've done something wrong.
Yeah.
So they're not going to apologise, are they?
Teams are told to be quiet. Players told to be quiet. Yeah, do you know what? Declan Rice will learn from this. He'll know that he can't do that again. And I think our players will probably be mindful next time around. But do you know what I mean? Common sense should have prevailed in terms of how that situation arose and what he hadn't done prior into that game. And for me, he was absolutely shocking from the first minute to the 90th minute yesterday. It goes down there. I thought I see some absolute howlers from people like Mike Dean, Martin Atkinson, Mike Wright. Do you know what? It's the second worst refereeing performance I've seen in an Arsenal game behind Mike Riley in the 49-game unbeaten. It's up there. It's absolutely up there. I don't know. I'll let you come in, Ryan, mate, because I know you was watching it on the watch-along yesterday, but obviously I'm guessing you was quite passionate at the time. But what's your kind of thoughts on it now, mate?
Oh, literally. Gary will tell you, and he's in the chat now, I basically just took over that second half in terms of I just ranted. Every time I took a breather, I came again. It was that aggravating to me. And what was worse is that Gary got to a point where Gary's cursing. You know, Gary doesn't curse about the referee. No. He was cool. He was cursing like you wouldn't believe in terms of berating a referee. This is a referee in the first half. You mentioned the first half. From the first minute to the end, every time a bright player went down on the floor, no matter what, bang, free kick, boom, yellow card to Arsenal player and all that. But they do the same thing to us. Play on. Love to see you guys.
Yeah, told to just get up and get on with it.
And like you mentioned, I didn't notice it. I didn't remember this at the time, but only afterwards I got offline. João Pedro in the first half boots the ball when it's out of play. It's just gone out of play for throwing. He pounced the ball 40 yards up the pitch. The referee has seen it. It's on camera. He sees it happen. He can't play that deaf, dumb, blind, stupid card. Nothing happens.
What's your kind of thoughts to old football brownies one? We know he likes to reel the rod out, but he kicked the ball as the defender went to take a quick free kick. I think if you're listening, we don't
Brownie, here's the rules. Free kick's given. The free kick has to be taken on the spot. All players in and around it had to be 10 yards away, be it for for the team itself or the opposition. Had to be 10 yards away. Veltman didn't even give the guy. Declan was complaining, yes, but he was walking away as he's complaining. He ain't got eyes in the back of his fucking head. How's he to know? Veltman's got the ball and has gone, boom, back of his heels. As far as he's concerned, the way it's hit his back of his heels and come round, it's like he's been spun. So he doesn't know what's going on behind him. And that's he's just tapped. He's tapped. It's not like he's on, oh, fuck this, bang, out of frustration into the crowd or whatever, or up the pitch like Michel Pedro did. He's tapped it, the pinky, if it was pinky toe for fuck's sake, he's tapped it to the side. And in the meantime, as that's happened, Veltman's seen it, deemed that he's right to pelt him in the fucking thigh. And that got unpunished as well. And apparently VAR looked at that and went, that's okay, continue, nothing to see here, guys. And people wonder why we as an fan base and there's other fan bases as well, collective, we feel like we're being targeted. It's every year the same clubs, every year. We're match day 3, and I'm saying this, every year the same clubs seem to be targeted. At any point in the season, it can happen at any point, referees target us. They'll do whatever they can to screw us over in a game. And how is it last year, when it happened to Liverpool last year against Tottenham, the official that made the fuck up in that game got taken, was basically told in the end by Liverpool to the PGMO he was never to referee or officiate in any capacity a Liverpool game further forward. How are they getting special treatment but no one else does? And another thing I want to say, why is it every ref we have in England is from Manchester? Is the refereeing pool that bad that everyone's got to come from up north? Or is there a northern bias, if you will, from Howard Webb, who, again, from the north?
I know Gary sometimes, obviously, voice of reason.
Hello there, Liam. I'm sorry.
Mate?
Who's right above me? Your name? I
Craig.
didn't catch it. Sorry,
Craig.
Craig. Welcome to the show.
Craig, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Ryan, and everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, no, as Ryan said, I don't usually let myself go in terms of my language, and I think everybody in the world was surprised where that yellow card was going.
Yeah.
I can't believe anybody would look at that situation and go, "Yep, that's definitely a yellow for delaying the restart of a free kick." Especially so. Yeah, I tried to hold back, but I couldn't. It got me. It was a big surprise. The fact that also VAR never stepped in to actually look at what I believe was a red card situation, dangerous play at that point. He knows the ball's moving. The player. He swings at it anyways, goes high, and if you guys listen to Brownie, it wasn't actually a kick because guess what? The contact wasn't with the foot. Yeah. The contact on Rice wasn't with the foot, so it's not a kick. So listening to Brownie, you know how he's just trying to wind us up, but still, there was contact. It was high. If he goes a little bit higher, he hits him in the knee, and guess what happens? He could be out for a bit. All right, and based on the response to the referee, nothing would have happened. He would just limped off, and then we would have to deal with it. I kind of felt like that's where VAR needed to step in. It couldn't step in on a yellow. That was a judgment call made by the referee who couldn't have seen it, and the side judge who also couldn't have seen it because they didn't see the ball kick off the back of Rice's foot. Right? Only VAR could have seen it in that situation because even look at the video, you can see the referee's got to look through 2 or 3 players just to make a judgment call. So there's no way he could have made that legitimately because he didn't see it. No. He didn't. I mean, wasn't even a foul to begin with. I mean, the man dived. There's going to be contact in that part in the game, in that part of the area of the pitch, especially with the way that play built up. Everything about it didn't say, that's a legitimate foul in the first place. He bailed out, he dived, he got the call, and then Arsenal got punished later for that. I mean, all of that said, we still had, like we've had in every game that we've lost or dropped points in, an opportunity to get a goal, to make things right on the pitch, in the field of play, legitimately, and we're still not able to do that, and that's why we will still complain some people will complain anyways, that we still need a striker or at least a more clinical strikers or clinical footballers on the pitch in our squad, right? Because we had more than enough chances to be up 2-3 in the first half. None of this would have mattered. I mean, you see City do it all the time, and yes, we don't have a Haaland, but we can get somebody who's more clinical than what we got, or even more players that are close to Havertz. I'm sorry, to Trossard, right? That's what we need. In front of the box, in front of the goal, we look at it and go, that's a goal. We don't do that too often these days, right? And how often you just see Havertz in front of the goal, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and 9 times out of 10, the goalkeeper's making a really easy stop, or it doesn't even get close to him. So that's kind of what we're missing, and that's those are the things we needed answered this summer and didn't happen. And now it happened in all 3 games. All 3 games. I mean, the first game Havertz could have had a brace. He wasn't able to go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. In the third game of the season, had another opportunity to get a brace. Wasn't able to put it past the goalkeeper. We need somebody who's got a higher percentage, right? Right now, I mean, I felt like he's 0 for 0 in those. He's 0 for 2 in those situations. The one with Saka was a little bit different because that goalkeeper's well out of his box. Talking about a situation where the goalkeeper's in his box, in his spot, and he's able to get the ball past him. So, yeah, you're just trying to get us all wound up here, aren't you? Yeah, that was nothing. That was nothing, and VAR didn't look at that either, right? So VAR, what is VAR for if they can't look at that and go, that doesn't look like standard football play there? How is that not deemed not actually something that needs VAR for? The referee didn't see it probably, but VAR did, and we've seen them actually step in and make a call on the pitch without the referee's interaction, which I think is crazy. But in this situation, no, it seems okay. It doesn't matter if Havertz instigated it, because guess what? We just saw the last time that happened, right? Just in this last game yesterday. Veltman kicks the ball at Rice, all right? And we get punished for it. In this case, Havertz may have brought him down, but he went one step further. Outside. This is outside of football. This is not football. So they're killing football, and every fan should be upset about it. The referees are killing football. This is not football. I'd rather have tough football that's called consistently. You know what you're going to get. If you slide in hard, it doesn't matter. Or if you slide in hard, it's a yellow. You know it. You don't have to go think about it. Well, this referee on this day is going to call it differently. The same referee makes different calls on different days in the same game, different halves. It helps nobody. So, yeah. I don't know. That was my ramble. I kind of went off in different directions, but yeah, in general, it was. I mean, we at the end of the day, we still had our chances, right? We're going to say this until we don't have those chances. Then I won't be able to say, look, we had a chance to actually get the point or the win, right? We could have got the win in this one easy. We had it all in our hands, and that's where that's where our mentality has to be, and that's what I think we're lacking as well. All right. When Rice goes down like that and gets kicked out of the game, somebody needs to step up and say, I got this. I'll get us across the line. Just help me out, right? Nobody did that, right? And then we fell asleep at the wheel, and we left ourselves open on the back, and then they took advantage. And I say this all the time. Teams don't get those chances against us too often. But guess what happens when they do? They go 110% because they know it's never going to happen again. And they always seem to put it away. When we get those chances, it feels like we know we got another chance to do it. And it's like, no, you have to play like that last kick is the only kick you're going to get. That last opportunity is the last one you're going to get, right? That's because teams play that against us. I mean, think of how many times a team gets a one-on-one with our goalkeeper. Not too often because we don't let it happen, all right? So it's a mentality for me, and we're playing against everybody. We're playing against the ref, and we know this. We have the next 2 games we play on the road in the Premier League. We're not going to get the calls. But you know what they can't take away from us? A goal. We put the ball in the net, they're not going to call those back. Not the way we score anyways. So that's all we got, and we got to do that. We should expect 6 points in the next 2 Premier League games. That's how it should work. We've got a squad that can keep everybody out. I think we still have the better defense than anybody in the league. You know, we're only gonna every day we get closer to having a healthy defense, then we can rotate. But right now, we still, even without Rice, we still got enough players to get it done in the midfield. I kind of think Havertz will come back because I actually liked him playing defense of late. His defense has actually been good of late, but you know we're missing a piece. You know, either midfield or up top. You know, if Jesus isn't ready. So, but yeah, lots to go through. But I think this is a blip. But this isn't. We need to respond, and like I've already said, we can't take this draw into the next match. No more. We have no hangovers. We need to go into that North London derby and remember what happened the last time we played them. All right.
Yeah.
Last time we played them, and I think we drew at home actually, right? Is it home where we drew? That's the game that. And then we beat them on the road. We need to continue that, beating them on the road. But you know they're going to want to respond to what happened, right? We saw what happened today. Are they any better than last year? No. So, so we are. You know, are we better than last year? It's hard to tell because we keep missing pieces every damn week, right? So, but I think we're much better, far ahead than they are. So, yeah. I don't know. That was
in the title. I was about to say, in the meantime, is kick up in the chat between two of them in the chat over what is an actual kick.
Yeah, no, I you see, Brownie, you know, as soon as he started talking, and once he said that's not a kick because of the contact, I'm like, he swung his leg. If he scores with his thigh, nobody goes, oh, you know what? That's not a shot. When's anybody said it's not a shot? And you know, when he scores with his thigh.
Just on to G's question. Sorry,
yeah. No, go on. I mean, I was pretty much going to say something you were probably going to say anyway. We were talking about it last night. Potentially Jorginho coming in.
I can't see it personally.
Do you not think?
I feel like it weakens our midfield because I don't think Partey can give us 90 minutes in a North London derby and then turn around and maybe give us another 90 or 60 to 90 in an Etihad game. So he's going to have to manage their time between Jorginho and Partey being our 6 if that's where we go. I mean, Rice will be back, but I kind of feel like I'd rather have Jorginho on the bench or Partey on the bench to come in and relieve them when time is necessary, and then let's figure out how to fill the other spots.
I mean, at least Rice will be fully fresh for the trip to Italy before Man City when we play Atalanta in the Champions League. At least you won't have the excuse for playing the entire week because you will have, normal circumstances you would have done. But yeah, saying that got me cancelled. If I was now taking an Arsenal, I'd put him at the England squad as well. Let's not risk it now.
Well, this is the problem now, isn't it? Like for me, I think what I don't want it to happen. I'll be honest, I don't want it to happen, but I just don't see what else he does on next week unless he puts. No, I don't even see him putting Zinchenko in there. I just see him putting Havertz in the left 8 role, and potentially if Gabriel Jesus is back, he goes up top. But for me, Havertz should start up top all the time. But we're in a shit. It is a bit of a shit situation now, and it does concern me because we've got to feel because obviously with the Moreno injury and then Declan Rice getting sent off for that game at Tottenham. We need someone who's played that role before, and playing Jorginho and Partey for me is not the answer. It's not the answer whatsoever. It ain't going to work. It won't work. It'll be too static at times. So for me, Havertz goes into that position in that game, unfortunately. And I think if Gabriel Jesus is back, he goes up top. But I just want to go back. I just want to go back to Gary's previous kind of question, and I do agree with it. Like, yet again, the amount of games I've seen us at the Emirates that we don't convert our chances. And do you know what? It's not always the final chance. It's the final ball before the chance. We had at least 4, 5, 6 in the first 15 minutes yesterday, and we chose the wrong option or the wrong ball. Do you know what I mean? And we should have had that game out of sight. And I've always said this before, yeah, right, when you don't put a game out of sight, you give these referees a decision to make you not win the game. And that's what we done again yesterday. We gave them the reason for us not to win the game. And I don't think it's. I don't. I'm going to be totally honest, here. I don't see us winning the league this year. I think we'll come short again. I just think at times, even though we banged in so many goals last year and we did it, but it was in like selective games. Oh, it's 1-0. Luis Diaz. But yeah, I just think that we're gonna get frustrated again in games, and we're not gonna. We'll come up against the Aston Villas, the Newcastle's way, where we struggle to score, and it's frustrating. It is frustrating because like there's so much good that happens. There's so much good that happens on that pitch, but I think we could. I think we definitely yesterday could have had that game out of sight in the first 50 minutes, and we didn't. And then the refereeing decisions cost us the game. And once Rice went off, Rice was the worst player that we could have had get sent off that pitch in that midfield. We could have coped with Odegaard getting sent off because we could have put someone else in there. We could have coped with Partey even being sent off because we could have brought Jorginho in there. But once Rice come out that midfield, he wasn't replaceable, and there was no one to go in there. And I know people say, well, if you brought Calafiori on 5 minutes early, potentially that goal might not have happened. It might not have happened, but we was all over the place in that second half. There was nothing in our midfield, and it just shows you what a massive player Declan Rice is. And I am worried about this Tottenham game now because he does so much work in that centre mid. We're going to miss him. We are going to miss him.
She says in the chat, this rule that's been going on for years and years prior to VAR, that it's a double booking, you get 2 years of the red, you can't appeal it. You can only appeal straight red. When they went to Tech, they should have changed that rule and gone, you know what, because we can make mistakes still with the V8, with the Tech still while we're TVing and all that. Let's have it where you can appeal a straight red card and a double yellow that's equal to the red, just in case we have messed up. So we ain't got egg on our faces. But they won't do that. Things like that. They're too worried about. We saw it yesterday with fucking Rio Ferdinand last night. Too worried about where Arteta is in the touchline and what he's doing and what our antics are.
They won't change the decision, no. Even if they did do it,
no,
they would change the decision because I say in the rules of the game, he's right to send him off. And there is that little. Don't get me wrong, Rice has got to be a bit more wiser, but let's be honest, it's the most softest red card ever, and the player has kicked the ball towards him originally. It's not like Rice has flicked the ball away as he's about to take the free kick. He's kicked the ball forward. So in my eyes, if he's kicked the ball from the actual position that he got fouled in, he's played the ball. But in my opinion, he's touched the ball, that player. He had no right to move that ball forward because that ball weren't where that ball where he was placing it was not where he was injured. So for me, he took a quick free kick. For me, Declan Rice had every right to touch that ball then.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of people said no, the ball never hit him, and it's like, well, if you look, it could have actually been a handball, because he kicked it as he was getting up, and most players when they're positioning the ball after a free kick, they barely use their feet. They usually pick it up and roll it, spin it forward, right, to get it to die in a spot further up the pitch. Not they don't always kick it forward, and that, I assume kicking it forward could be constituted as a free kick, right? Because the ball's it's stuck, it wasn't moving, so it's everything's to the letter of the law. If that's the letter to the law, then he booted the guy. That's basically all he did, because everything was legit after he kicked it. All right, he comes off the back of his foot, the ball's rolling, Declan pushes it out, and he swings in dangerous play. I mean, it's still, like I said, that potentially is a red. They didn't even look at it, or if they did, they chose not to do anything. So,
it's amazing how that's happened, though. How this has all happened, and everyone, like you mentioned, the commentators and the pundits and the media lovies have all gone self-defense mode for the referees and all. Gone, well, by the letter of the law, like literally that word, letter of the law. But when they then get hanged on it and go, well, hang on, early on in the game, Pedro doing what he did, the ball was out of play. It was out of play. He has frustratingly booted that ball. He has been spotted by the ref doing this. Why was he not done that? Oh, I don't know. It's just consistency. Why are we in 2024 having this conversation about referees that have been in a game for 20 plus years in terms of refereeing. This ain't like it was 24, 25 years ago, whatever it was, when they had to hold down a refereeing job as part time and hold down a part time job outside of it. These are full time so-called referees, and they can't get the basics right. And like I say, common sense never comes into it. It's like Mike Dean; it always had to be about him. And when he did that podcast last season, the season before with Simon Jordan, and he said, "Oh, when he went to VAR, being a VAR ref and all that, it was like Chelsea v Tottenham, and he knew Cucurella had been fouled, but he didn't want to call it up because he didn't want to embarrass his friend." The second that happened, Howard Webb got on that phone to Mike Dean and said, "What the fuck have you just done? You need to go on Sky Sports tomorrow on your little job and change your wording." And what did Mike Dean do? Change his wording. But they're all for themselves. They all look after each other. And Mike Dean proved it with the. I didn't want to get my best friend in trouble. Mike Dean, who, by the way, when we played Chelsea years ago, sent off Gabriel because Diego Costa shoved him and then butted him. This ain't the first time. This again. Who was the ref that sent off? I don't know how they managed to do this, by the way. Sent off Kieran Gibbs. Was it Kieran Gibbs instead of Oxlade-Chamberlain? Even when the players are there saying, "No, you've got the wrong person. I'm the one that handballed it. Send me off." They've been told to go away. Back in 2002, the 2001-2002 season, 2001, we played Newcastle. We lost 3-2 in the end. Ray Parlour got a double yellow card and red card. Double yellow card, red. In the second card, as he was about to be sent, Alan Shearer, who was meant to have been fouled, got up and said he won the ball, and the ref tells him to piss off. So even when the players have been honest,
stubbornness, haven't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even in a moment when they're being told they've made a mistake, it's keep going. Wasn't it at Highbury years ago against Liverpool? Robbie Fowler went down in the box. He hadn't been fouled. He got up and said it wasn't a foul, but the ref gave a penalty and told him to take the penalty. I'm just pointing out. I'm mentioning Arsenal situations because that's obviously Arsenal fans. So they live in our memories. But there's other situations. There's going to be other situations with other clubs. I mean, Wolves last year. How many times did Wolves get bent over last year throughout the season? And that's just why I said yesterday.
2-0. Man United getting cooked here at Old Trafford. Ten Hag at the wheel. Ten Hag.
You know what? I'm not even.
What did I tell you?
Happy about that because I don't want to have to go back. Go into the North London Derby having to beat both. As far as points go, points difference, catch up to both Liverpool and City. I'd rather only have Brighton and
now.
I'm gonna enjoy it when it ends, but like right now, I'll take a draw because then that keeps us only one team away basically from jumping in, competing with City. I don't like having more teams between us and City. That's all.
That's the logical, responsible answer. But at the moment, fuck United. They're losing 2-0.
Guys, my question is, right?
All that money. All that money spent on their squad this summer.
But they still continue to play Casemiro. I know they've got this guy coming in. But he's still playing, isn't he? He's still costing them games. Like the guy is a liability.
That lad from PSG, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's there. And obviously he's going to play in front of him. But why have they got Casemiro there still? I'll tell you why. Because what Man United have done over the last couple of years is buy players on big wages and can't get rid of them now. And this guy, how much they buy him for? They bought him for absolute massive money, like at the back end of his career. And now they're stuck with him.
60 mil,
time and time again.
I'm trying to think now. No, it was 80. It was Casemiro was 80 and Varane was 40. The same summer.
80 million down the drain.
Mate, they've had a goal this as well.
He doesn't score again.
I think this is the end of Ten Hag. I think Ruud van Nistelrooy takes over.
I think we've spoken about this before, haven't we? That's their little behind the door plan, I think.
Do you want a damning thing about
you
that?
know, I don't
Brian?
think that's too behind the door. I think everybody, as soon as he was hired, thought, all right, well,
Yeah.
they have the exit
Apart from
strategy
Ten
already.
Hag,
They
'cause
don't,
he's
they don't,
the
they don't have to
busiest
do
everything.
anything. He probably
Do you
was
want the most-
helping
I
them
love
pick
this
the
from Sam,
players
by
and
the
all
way.
of that. And he's like, just wait for him to fall, and he's fallen, right? So
And this
Do you want-
Roy's there. He's probably celebrating Liverpool scoring.
Do you want the most damning thing about it?
Like,
Man United
Go
would
on.
never won the FA Cup if Casemiro started that game.
no.
Man United would not have won the FA Cup. He made a big decision that day not to play him.
Mm.
Mate, like
Filth.
he's just not
Before
good
I was a
enough,
football
mate.
wheel.
He
Thing is,
just
back
looks
then-
totally out of his depth.
Well, back in May as well. I remember going that week going into that final after the season had ended. It was coming out by the media itself. The media themselves are saying he's already been told he's gone. So he probably thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna put Maine down. I'm gonna take Casemiro off and put him on the bench or not put him in the squad or whatever. I'm gonna see what happens. It just so happened it saved his job. And the funny thing is, all these United fans last season that were calling for Ten Hag's head, when Ineos and the Glazers decided, actually, you know what, we're going to stick with you and give you a contract extension as well, and we're going to bring in X, Y, and Z for coaching, for your new coaching setup. Oh, it's fantastic. We're back, guys. It's brilliant. Ineos know what they're doing. I trust them because guess what? They ain't the Glazers. Mate, the Glazers are still there for a start, and the Glazers have the majority shareholder of the club. End of the day, anything that happens at United goes through the Glazers, period. Nothing's going to change until the Glazers go. It's not going to change, and there's a reason why Ten Hag stayed, because the Glazers wanted him to stay because they had the final say. Ineos only has 25% shares.
Mm.
Oh, but Sid Jim's a Man United fan who had a season ticket at Chelsea for the last 20 years.
Got 5 minutes of injury time.
We all knew. We all sat in. We all knew United. Nothing's going to change with United with Ten Hag this season. We all knew what was coming. That opening night of the season against Fulham sort of won that game. Let's be brutally honest. United report they got a clutch moment at the end of a game. Oh yeah, and they've been found out since. Again, isn't that hard? Because it's the same tactics. We played Man United in pre-season. It wasn't anything different from what we saw the previous season. There wasn't suddenly a surge of new ideas, this, that, and the other. It was the same thing over and over again. So I knew nothing was going to change. I think they're going to struggle this year for top 4. They should get top. The money they spent, they should get top 4. But I think they'll struggle with the longer Ten Hag's there. If they get battered today, 4-5, questions will start being asked again.
In fact, I said at the start of the show, mate. I said it was a must win. It was a must win for Ten Hag today. It was must win. He had to win this game for me, and he hasn't. And I just think now he's under pressure, like massively. And
Kobe's been booked.
I think it'd be a good time with the international break. I think it'd be a good time personally for Manchester United to make that decision.
Self-gating.
Southgate we trust.
that is a good quality coach. I mean, he knows the English. He knows the English football. I mean, come on. If you're looking for somebody who knows English football, Southgate's your man.
Liverpool,
I don't
though.
quite
Liverpool.
know if he's taking the piss or he's being genuinely honest.
He does know his English football. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's taking the piss.
I gathered.
I love this though. Sam says when I miss Graham.
I mean, he can go to Man United as long as he's nowhere near us. I couldn't care less. Let him go to United.
I totally agree, Sam. They had to win this game after the Brighton result, and even when you look at the Brighton game, like the goal they conceded in the 94th minute was just like typical Manchester United over these last 3 years. Like I was talking to a mate of mine. He's a really massive Man United fan, but he's a realistic one. And he said to me, once that goal didn't get given, where it got knocked on the line, he said to me, "You know how this is finishing up." He said it. They'll get a late winner, and you look at the way they defended that goal as well. Like it's inexcusable, and the players are not taking responsibility as well. And when the players don't take responsibility, you know that the manager's kind of lost them. And I think, mate, I think Manchester United need to make a decision now. I think they need to make that decision and make it quick. Otherwise, they're gonna come out of this right, go away and lose to someone else because they're not good away from home anyway. And then
if they don't sort it out soon, they'll find themselves in a relegation battle with Everton.
Top shot.
Because they will, which I'm all for it, but you know.
I mean, as G says there, the elephant in the room is the I say the refrigerator that never moves. He's always there, and nobody's, you know, when you still have that guy sitting on your back line, are you truly really thinking about trying to get top 4, win trophies on a consistent basis? I think Harry Maguire is kind of the stigma of what Manchester United is right now. Right, he's not going to get them across the line, not in the league, anyways. In one-offs, they kind of they overcome it, and I think they get lucky with most of those, right? They got lucky in the first game of the season. Think about it. Was it last season? Same thing. First game of the season, they could have lost that easily if Onana gets a red card, or if Kuna can actually make some shots, right? I mean, so far this season has looked like a cookie cutter of last season. I mean, 3 games in, Arsenal has lost a player on a second yellow, which was a silly yellow, all right? 2 seasons in a row now, right? Tomiyasu gets kicked out on basically a dive or something like that, right? And then this time, you know, what is never called a yellow is given one. It's like, you know, which is not good for, as Liam says, for the league, because that could end up the same way it did last year with the same team from Manchester squeaking out a win, because nothing has changed, right? Still dealing with the same, nothing has changed, but we'll see. We got 2 big tests coming up. 2 big tests in the Premier League. I think that 3-game stretch for me is really important for Arteta, because every time he has a 3-game stretch like that, he's basically dropped the ball 3 times. I mean, this is a Bayern Munich Villa kind of stretch that we had at the end of the season last year. We only got 1 draw out of it. We have to get at least 2 wins out of these 3 games. Yes, they're tough, but that's what this is all about, right? You know, you got to start out the Champions League with a win. You got to win. You win one of those 2 games, you're good. But I think we can't drop any. You can't take any losses in those 3 games. You know, you got to play like each one of those games is the only game that matters. You know, so who cares who plays? Who cares who starts? Just get the win. So I don't know. Stop calling for Eric Ten Hag's head. You know what? I love what he's doing to the squad. I mean, they're doing fine. Just keep it right as it is, man.
Premier League Manager of the Month, right?
There you go. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. I mean, it's almost like everybody says, why would you want to go to Chelsea? It's like, why would you want to go to Manchester United? Like, seriously, like over the last 3 or 4 years, what have you seen from them that teams like, yeah, I want to go there? Like, the name doesn't mean anything anymore. Chelsea's name doesn't mean anything anymore.
No. Chelsea's is more money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what else can they be? They're not guaranteed first team football. They're up against 4 or 5 other players in the same position to try and break into that starting 11. The Chelsea one baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. I don't understand it. Was it who did they sign from Wolves? Who's the midfielder?
Neto.
That's it.
Yeah.
Neto. Guaranteed starting 11 in that Wolves team week in, week out. He ain't going to be starting 11 week in, week out in that Chelsea side. Like, it just seems like a bit of a down step, unless you're looking at it from a money point of view. But if you're a footballer, your profession is football. You want to play at the best possible, highest level you can. And okay, I understand going to Chelsea, yes, European football to some extent compared to being at Wolves. But you're playing week in, week out in the starting 11 for Wolves. The fans love you. And then you're going to Chelsea where you're competing with 4 or 5 other players in the same position, all wanting to be in that squad. and you're not guaranteed to start week in, week out. I just see it as a little bit of a, not to dig out Chelsea, you know what, but I just see it as a bit of a backward step when you're a starting 11 player in your in the team that you're already in. I get ambitions, I get, you know, players wanting to come and play Champions League football or Europa League football. I completely get that, but in this situation, when those players are going to Chelsea, you talk about squad depth, like, Jesus, they could have a team in each of the English leagues. Like, they've got that many players. You know, like, I understand if Liverpool maybe made a marquee signing, like a striker, you know, because he's going to go straight into that starting 11 week in, week. You know, say they lost Salah and they replace Salah. You know, that player's getting in that stuff. We bring in a top quality striker. He's getting in that team. He's playing week in, week out. But at the moment, all the signings Chelsea are making, no one dares put certain players in their fantasy teams because they don't know who's going to start week in, week out. I think the only one you can safely put in, maybe two, is Palmer and Jackson. Apart from that, you don't know who's starting for them week in, week out. Yeah, so I don't understand that one personally, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, that's why it's important that we get something out of this, just kind of the way that we're trending, right? I mean, of the you know, the big six as they call it,
Yeah,
we're at least third, but you know, probably, you know, at least third, right? Definitely second. You know, we could be second easily.
yeah,
We need to show something at the end of the day. You
yeah.
know, because like I said, you win those, we finish second twice in a row. It's not guaranteed that you're gonna be in that same position again. You know, it's hard.
Exactly.
Like, it's, you know, it could happen because City is that good and can do the same thing. But you know, we're not that consistent where we can say, look, we'll probably be second again, right? I think most people think City's going to win it anyway. So then, if that's the case, then we haven't done enough to even threaten that thought, right? And
Yeah.
everybody said it. You get a striker, and you have a better chance. All right, you get one of their best attacking forwards, you have a better chance. So, yeah. Yuck is all I'm gonna say.
Just you could literally just talk about it until your face turns red or a different shade, and
yes,
you still wouldn't feel satisfied that you've talked about it enough. Like, it's very frustrating, isn't it?
yes, it is. Oh man, now we just have to hope for a Moreno miraculous recovery. That's one of the answers.
They need to get every sort of doctor known on this earth.
You know what? Yeah,
in there and get him back for the Spurs game.
That the arm sling that he was in, to me, gives me at least a little bit of confidence that it isn't as bad, because typically sometimes when you have shoulder issues, you got the double straps on the shoulder so you can't move it, right? And his is just to hold his arm up.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I think most people are saying like 6 to 8 weeks, but like you say, looking at that, if that could go from 4 to 6, maybe.
Yeah.
Better than 6 to 8.
And two and a half of that's really eaten up now in international break as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what I saw there. You know, or he was under a lot of pain and a lot of pain meds. And that's why he was able to
didn't know where he was, what day of the week it was. Yeah. just sat there smiling. We're sat here thinking he looks like a happy bloke.
Man's like, I don't even know where I see stars. That's all I can see.
He's seeing all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
So no, I'm hoping that's what I can't. It's only our dumb luck. You know what? Some people, you know what? The haters will say, you know what? If you had signed him 6 weeks ago, then he'd be recovering right now. You know?
Yeah. Mad, isn't it?
That's our luck, though. It is what it is.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is not all of them. And plus, another thing we haven't spoke about is Sterling. Obviously, he'll be available for after the international break now. We obviously didn't get invested in time yesterday. He's an option. I think, personally, he's a big game player. Martinelli came on yesterday. Didn't get to do much, but when he did, it was still. Yeah, I'd throw Sterling on. He's a man motivated. He's a man motivated now because of what's happened at Chelsea. So throw him on, see what happens. You got the worst case. You got Trossard, Martinelli to throw on. Worst case scenario.
Yeah. Well, I just have this. This will be my dream that he comes on and does what he usually does, draws a foul in the box, and we win it on a penalty and see the.
That's what we always used to shout at him and call him a wanker for doing, but I hope he does it now for us.
Yeah, he's all wanker now.
Yeah, that's
he's
it.
all
Yeah,
wanker this season.
You dive, you wanker. Go on, win us a pen.
And you know what? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. Yeah. So yeah, no, I hope that they got to find a way to use him, and that's one of the ways to use him, right?
Yeah.
If he's not going to start, he comes off the bench when we need a goal. He's more than likely he's going to get into the box with the ball at his feet, running at a defender. A couple of times of that in each game that he plays, we're going to be all the better for it. So
yeah,
and you know what? The other part of it is Arteta will use him. It won't be a Nelson and Nketiah and Milsroof Rowe kind of situation where he's looking at his bench going, "No, you guys are going to have to tough this one out. Sorry, I don't have an answer."
Yeah. I think the thing we're struggling with at the moment, especially with like Martinelli, I think we've sat here and said it before, that initial, he used to just take on players, and recently, I don't know, he's just not been doing that. So you bring Trossard on, and he gives you that. He's taking on players. He's running at players. He's making them movements, and I think Sterling gives us that as well. So if it's a cross at the moment between Sterling and Leo, and maybe that's going to impact Martinelli to maybe up his game a little bit. I only see it as a benefit. If all three of them are firing, or it could be that Sterling plays the other side, or maybe he ships Havertz off and puts Sterling in. Like he has played in that top role before, so it'd be interesting to see how he uses him. But as long as he kind of, I want to say I want him to hit the ground running, but Kai didn't, and he got a lot of shit for it. But Arteta stuck.
He's not going to play him out of position, though. I don't believe he's going to play him at a.
I think he'll play him either left. He plays left or right, doesn't he? I mean, more left. I think
more left than he is right. Yeah. But he plays anywhere across, but he prefers playing left. But I think what's different as well between the Sterling and Havertz situation is obviously Sterling and Arteta know each other from the Man City one centurion season and things like that. Like Arteta worked with them day in, day out, so that they know each other's vibe. They know how to get the other one going in terms of So that
it's as Sam said.
Like I say, because of how he's basically been forced out of a club against his own will, and the weight is put about publicly. He's got a point to prove now. It's all well and good doing it in the announcement video, but actually go out there and go boom.
Yeah. Because it's a loan. Does that mean he can't play against Chelsea because it's a loan?
Unless as it stands, he can't unless they say near the time that he can.
Right.
They feel too confident because was it again years ago now, 2003, 2004. Newcastle lined out Liwa to Pompey, and initially he wasn't meant to play against them. And at the last minute, Newcastle said, "You know what? Because you've got a few injuries and you can play him." And he scored in that game. And it kept Pompey up, but it also stopped Newcastle from winning Champions League football. And not many. So it's down to the parent club, basically. Even if it's like the build-up to the game itself to say, or no, they want to change their mind and go, actually, you know what? We'll send the forms over. You can play him. But
imagine him coming on at the bridge and scoring the winner. Oh.
I can imagine him going, off, you can't.
Yeah, I fucking
in front of Enzo's face.
I hope he does an addy by your.
Yeah.
Because that annoyed the fuck out of us, so that can annoy the fuck out of them.
That's a tad.
I personally think he starts.
What? Against Spurs?
I think he personally starts when he's fit. I just don't think Martinelli and Trossard are taking their chances. And again, Trossard was given the opportunity yesterday. He didn't take it. Martinelli's been given up chances, not taking it. I think Sterling would offer us more balance out on the left. I think, like you said, he's got incredible in-game experience in terms of big games, whether it's in the Premier League, Champions League. He's played in the Euros. He's played in the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? This is a guy who's been there, done it. And when I was watching some captions of Chelsea, it's not like he's lost pace or anything like that. He's just at a club at the moment which doesn't suit him. And we see what happened with Havertz when he come over. Mate, for me, this guy is going to offer us more at the moment than what I think Martinelli and Trossard are on the left, game in, game out. And I think both Martinelli and Trossard are at the moment in this time are impact players. And I think they're proving that by their performances, sadly. And I wanted one of them to take the mantle, but they're not really taking it. Do you know what I mean? Like, Martinelli hasn't performed for a while. And I do get that people sit there and go, "Oh, well, yeah, he hasn't had that Xhaka." But do you know what I mean? Great players don't need a Xhaka. Do you know what I mean? Great players work on their game and revolve around obviously what they've got. And he's definitely lost confidence, Matt Martinelli. He's definitely lost confidence. For me, he looks better when he does come on the pitch. So I'm not going to be critical yesterday because
Casemiro's gone off.
Yeah, that don't surprise me.
Toby, who the fucking hell is that? Toby Collier?
Yeah. No, you think about it. Last year, the first 3 games, we had 3 different left backs.
Yeah.
If what about this year? First 3 games, 3 different left wings. You know, we got 2 weeks to get Sterling prepped if that's what they want to do. I mean, they brought him in for a reason. This will be a change. We're going to be changing. We've changed our left back anyways the last 2 games. We still haven't figured out the whole left side, right? And now we have to get a left mid in there. Who's that going to be? So that we might just change the whole entire left side. You know, if Arteta has a choice, he might as well find those 3 players that are still going to be sitting in, London Colney and have them just work out together so they're ready to go for London, for the game, because that might be better than, trying to figure it out when they come back. But something different needs to change. Something different needs to happen.
At least we know where left back is now. At least we know who's going to play left back. I said, at least we know who's going to play left back now. Like for me, it looks like Timber's going to play this. There's the first piece sorted. I'm telling you, mate, Calafiori done well when he come on.
He's got so much energy. I would rather have him play in the midfield because I know he's going to get to like there won't be any. I doubt he'll be making runs at anybody coming through the middle and taking balls off him like he did when he came in the first game, right? And that was he was in the midfield doing that. He's right in front of the back line, basically doing that. That would be really good to be able to do something like that in the toilet bowl, right? Against that team.
I like him, mate. He ain't been brought in to sit on the bench. Like when Arteta brings players in, mate, they're not brought in here to sit on the bench. We've seen that by now. Do you know what I mean? Like people like Sterling and Calafiori will play a lot of minutes this year, and like even yesterday, you look at certain players switching off in certain situations and all that, and we can't afford it. We can't afford it, and if they do it, they're going to be dropped. I just think that left-hand side needs to be sorted once and for all now. And like for me, I would go Timber and Sterling for the moment being, and see us kind of give Sterling some game time, see how he kind of does. But if you can get him back to anywhere near the way he was performing back into the 2019-2020 season, I know it's a few years ago, but if you can get him back to anywhere near that, you've got an incredible player. And as I said, and I think some of the guys said it as well, he's got blinding pace. And he offers you balance, and he is an actual winger. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes that's what we lack in that left wing role. I think we lack an like Trossard. He's a strange one, isn't he? I wouldn't say he's a winger. He's more like an inside forward. Martinelli, I think at the moment he's stuck in between. If I'm being totally honest, but I think Sterling would just offer you like that wing play, and I think that might support the team. And I think it might be the best, even more the best out for players like Havertz as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, that could be, depending on how you look at it, you could have. I don't know what you guys feel as far as having both Calafiori and Timber starting in the North London derby. Just pick whatever spot you want for them. Yeah. Because you think about it, our defense will be much better. It won't drop off. Let's just say that. All right, if they're both playing. So
I don't think he will stop Calabori personally. I think personally, Jesus is up front in that game.
If he's healthy, though, that's a trick. That's the important piece of this puzzle, right?
We don't have a great record with Havertz on the left centre back, especially away from home. But there is no other option, sadly, for that game. There is no other option, so it's going to have to happen in my mind. That's what's going to have to happen. I think personally, Calabori will be on the bench for that game, and he'll come on. I think, like you said, Jesus. If Jesus is not fit though for any reason, then there's different options, is there? Could he put Trossard up there? Could he put Martinelli up there? Could he put Sterling in a false 9 role? Do you know what I mean? There's all different kind of options as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
We don't know where Jesus is at the moment, do we? That's the problem.
I don't think we've seen any even practice pictures of him actually in practice. I don't think I've seen any.
They probably put him on ice so he don't injure himself anymore.
Yeah.
Just defrost him when they need him.
I think it helps Martinelli to be on the bench at times. I like him coming off. I do like Martinelli coming off the bench and Trossard, to be fair. Like yesterday, you just can't really judge him on yesterday because of the situation. But I think if he comes on in games, especially like at the toilet bowl, if he comes on for the last 30 minutes, mate, you ain't going to want him running at you, are you? Same thing with Trossard as well. So like we could have some good impact coming off the bench in that game as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm just going to put the roast potatoes on.
All right.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool's just going to see this thing out. I don't think.
I can't see United getting anything out of this.
Yeah, I think Liverpool's like we'll just finish get our practice, our passing up, our passing stats up. I mean, it's just United running, chasing shadows, basically.
Like a training drill for Liverpool, like a training session.
Yeah. It's like I remember back, you play a certain team, and at some point the coach is like, "All right, 10 touches before we cross midfield, all right? Because this team can't keep up with you, so you might just make it, keep it kind of even for the second half, because you're already up. You're up 2-0 in this game. Anybody see United scoring a goal when they can't get even out of their own half right now?
I don't see it personally, but we shall see.
See, if they had what's his name? Scottish guy?
McTominay.
They might have had a chance to get a goal.
I find it baffling how they've let someone go who gave 110% to that club, when you've got the other players that are still there, Johnny Evans, to name but one, and you've let McTominay go, who was pretty much scoring your goals, really. Mm-hmm. My greatest rivals teaming up conspiracy. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah. Like
he saved them last year as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I like him. I like him for them because I like him for them because that just shows that they won't be at that. They're not at any level that threatens you. But I mean, for them, he was getting them points in games, getting them goals in games.
Yeah.
Making those particular fouls that you think you should get yellow for, but it doesn't matter. It frustrates the other team. He's doing all that kind of stuff. So.
His movement, the build up to chances being created, his assists, his goals, like he did save them from an embarrassing finish last season. And I'm just absolutely baffled how some of the players have managed, whether it's they just couldn't shift them because nobody bloody wants them. Just getting rid of McTominay just baffled me. Absolutely baffled me. And now you've got Napoli with a central midfield of Scott McTominay and Billy Gilmore. Like, if I'd just woken up from a coma and you told me that Billy Gilmore and Scott McTominay were Napoli's main defensive duo, I'd call you a fucking liar.
And not only that, but Napoli has a pretty good striker who they don't even want to play. You know, like you don't even get a number. No, you might have been one of the top strikers in the market, but you're not. You don't play for us. It's like, wow. Now Lukaku, it's all on you. We've seen how that could fail, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it'd be funny to see if Napoli struggles and then has to
Ooh.
go
back to the well and go, awesome, and help us out here.
Yeah, sorry, fella. Here's your new shirt number. Do us a favour, bail us out. Yeah.
Save us.
Yeah, this is just Liverpool running at their back line. Oh boy, here comes a shot. Oh, deflected away, luckily.
They're
literally
training
corner
drill.
them. Yeah. It's literally just teased the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
No. Now we give a shot.
Alisson probably didn't even need to dive for that. He just thought he needed to stretch a little bit.
Yeah. Get the aches out of the body.
Do any of you think Liverpool are title contenders this year? I think they're going to be up there.
Who's that?
Liverpool.
I think the three of us.
yeah.
Again. Same three again.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? When you've got a Salah,
What's it
I
been?
mean, you've got, especially in this league right now, if you have a Salah, you got a chance, right? I mean, and he does everything for them if they need it, right? They need somebody to put the ball on a tee for someone, they'll do it. They'll put the shot in.
Oh, here they go, Liverpool. There they go.
Muscled off
Here they
the
go.
ball like that.
3-0. They're 3-0. Oh, good night, Man United. Good night, Ten Hag. See you later.
That was coming because they were basically lulling United to sleep, right, with the way they were playing. It's just like when you guys are ready for us to score, we'll score on you. Yeah. You let us know when you're ready. Oh, boys, 4 on 2.
That was the training drill, man.
How do you get 4 and 2? Come on, you're down 2. How do you even allow them to get 4 and 2 on you? And then the man shooting arrows at you.
And
he cut off his hair, and you know what? Everybody thought it was the locks there. You know, the powerful locks, but it actually.
What was the guy from like the bike with the hair, Samson or whatever?
Yeah, Samson. Yeah,
they were like, "Oh, he's cut his hair off. He'll be shit."
He cut his hair off, and now he's like, he's like,
better.
I got goals and assists in me all day.
Yeah. Mate, in my eyes, they don't sack him now. He's a delicate of
Nana's shit.
If they don't sack him now, mate, then when are they going to make this decision? Because I'll tell you another thing. Anana's made it easy. Anana's made it easy as well.
He looks like one of the keepers on EAFC who dives after the ball's gone in.
4, could be 4. Oh, should be 4.
Literally,
they're hungry.
Just in the third now. He literally had all the
humiliating.
How much space did they want to give Salah there? He could have took the ball into his feet, walked it to the goal.
Look.
This is just awful.
Now they are shit.
Martinez, what are you doing? That's got mate. If Salah releases that ball,
that should have been 4.
That would have been 4.
Remember, by the way, we were linked to Nana a few years back. He was at Ajax.
Well, I'm glad
Thank God we didn't go for him.
Well, you know what? The next 4 matches, even though I think they should be able to win, they could potentially compete on the road. But they got to play Southampton on the road, Southampton on the road, and Crystal Palace on the road. Yeah,
you do remember Palace battered them last year, Gary.
Yeah.
I can see Palace beating.
Then they come home to that team. So and then Villa. So the next 4 games they might have a chance to win one of them. Yeah.
Oh.
Signing him back was bad. Oh, almost deflected in. Oh, Salah almost scored.
Loves a goal against United, doesn't he? Fucking hell.
He almost that one deflected. It could have deflected right into the corner.
It was like
there.
Suarez with Norwich.
Oh, almost.
This should be 4 or 5 already.
Yeah. Easily.
They're falling apart. Well, if it weren't for that disallowed goal, it would be 4. Let's be honest. And they would have collapsed a lot earlier.
And
they would have collapsed a lot earlier. So it actually might be more than 4 if it weren't for that disallowed goal.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Ten Hag to stay.
You know what? With what I'm seeing today, you know what? Zinchenko doesn't even get a shirt. Doesn't even get a shirt when Liverpool's on the schedule. I'm sorry.
In town, yeah.
No shirt, like no opportunity to come on because Salah will be like,
get a program, get yourself a hot dog, and go and sit up in club level. Like,
just no way he could be anywhere near the squad on that day. No way.
Don't even come in for the build up, the pre-match talk, nothing. Just come as a fan.
He takes the week off. I mean, they just say, "Look, here's some plane tickets. Take your family and go away."
We need a delegate to go and do something out in China for the fans. You know, that they want you. They really want you to go.
They demand you the first choice.
First class, all your family, 2 weeks. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, look at that Salah doing this now. I'm like, nah, not against you, man. Because
all we need in this game now is obviously more goals, but some Manchester downpour and a leaky roof.
Oh, there you go to finish it off.
Oh.
And then you know what? Then they're going in for a score. Does the water fall on the pitch or it's just on the fans?
Oh, I think it was falling on the fans,
it does on the pitch. Initially, it's the fans, but depending on how much.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
They'll be suing.
What is he doing?
They're just getting bullied, mate, all over that pitch. Oh, we're back. We're going to win the league.
Yeah, I know. I love it. We're going to finish above you, Arsenal. We're coming for that top 2 spot.
Fuck me, they'll struggle to fucking finish above Wolves at this rate.
Oh my gosh, when Salah's taking the ball off you like that, dude, and the old man's taking the ball off you, you should be embarrassed.
When you're making Everton look good after yesterday's performance, you need to ask yourself some questions.
At least Everton went 2-0 up before they conceded 3 goals. You know what I mean?
Gosh.
Yeah, they gave their fans hope before they got it dust away.
That was fucking awful, though, weren't it? Was it like the 92nd minute and the 96th or something like that?
Yeah,
I think they were 2-0 up until like the
90 plus 2 all.
Yeah, it was 87 minute to the 97 minute, 3 goals scored.
And then obviously the last kick of the game,
3-2. Season ticket up.
You had fans leaving at 2-0, thinking now I'm gonna catch the train early. Getting on the train and realizing, wait, we just lost? What?
Celebrating, singing songs. Get off the train once they've got some signal and realise they fucking lost 3-2. I'd be crying. Look, they're just enjoying this, aren't they? Like, oh, I'm not going to break a sweat. Oh, and then they go and do that as I say that. Look how quick they're winning the ball back, mate.
He had a good pre-season, though, mate, out in America, to be fair to him. Do you know what I mean?
They did.
He's come in. Like, to be fair, Klopp's not left that squad in a bad place. Do you know what I mean? Like, when we talk about managers in the past leaving squads in not great places, Slot's taken over a decent squad. He just needs probably a bit of an injection of youth in it over the next season or two, but they're a good side.
So, I mean, you got Salah, you got Trent, you got Van Dijk, you got enough experience to get them going because they're all going to listen to him, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and then like Jota hasn't even woken up today. Think about it. They haven't even even tapped the Jota button yet. I mean, he's just been running around getting a little, run around as a man from Brentford used to say.
But how old's Salah?
I thought he's like 34 or something.
30.
Oh, what save? Right, he's 33. Well, you think, right. Raheem, I know we talk about players' ages and all that. Raheem Sterling's only 29. Do you know what I mean? We're getting back to what he was playing like.
32.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. They keep themselves fit nowadays, these players, mate. That's the thing. I think it's an absolute great astute signing, Raheem Sterling, in terms of what he can offer us. And when you start looking at what Salah's world class, I bet he's been absolute world class. But if he can offer us that for a few seasons, have a good season this year, and offer it for us a few seasons, we can have a good player on our hand.
Yeah. Is international break? Does Salah travel like to eat for Egypt for international duty as well? I don't know how that all works.
Oh, they're through again.
I have no.
They're through again.
Clue.
He's not even done. Oh, what was he doing?
Oh, dickhead!
Why did he do that? It's too easy. That's the problem. It's too easy. Why don't we go and check them potatoes again?
You know,
they're like just handing the ball to Liverpool. Like, just here you go. Just just take it.
One.
Just take it. Here's Jota. What does Jota do? Yeah. Oh, how did Jota not even get a chance to shoot on that one? Are you kidding me?
Oh. Just done himself, didn't he? He was trying to do the defenders, and he done himself.
Yeah, it's like you waited till they got to you. You should have taken a shot a little sooner. Oh, it's a yellow card coming for someone. Oh, for the foul on Luis.
I literally feel like I'm watching Liverpool FC TV, and it's a training drill. I don't feel like I'm watching Sky Sports.
Yeah, they're playing the academy kids.
Yeah,
and it's just like getting. Nobody stands out in red that like, all right, they might be they might be ready for the big time. Who on that red team is coming into Liverpool like getting a chance, like showing up? Nobody. Like
absolutely no one. I mean, no one from this Man United team, I think, gets into that Liverpool team, City, even us. I don't think. Oh, United have managed to string about 5 passes together.
What's your thoughts on Delict?
Come back. Delict, I think he's shit, mate.
Interesting, couldn't get past David Dyer.
I think he was massively overhyped because of the season Ajax had.
Yeah.
Then he's gone to Juve, who he just didn't really do. I'm not being funny, but when you've got to try and fill the void of, Chiellini and Bonucci, anyone's going to struggle, isn't they? And yeah. I just think he wasn't great. Then he went. No, did he go Bayern first? Sorry, or was it then Juve? Or was it the other way round? It was Juve then Bayern, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Obviously going there, you're pretty much guaranteed some sort of trophy, unless you're Harry Kane last season. But I don't know. I just think it was a bit of a panic buy. I think they didn't want to go into the season with Johnny Evans and Maguire as their centre backs if Martinez gets an injury or whatever. So it was a bit of a panic buy. I don't think he strengthens that back four at all, personally. You'll go and score. You'll go and score now and shut me up.
Get an own goal. You'll score, but it'll be an own goal.
I can just go, see, told you, shit. I think Rashford as well at the moment is another player, maybe a little bit. I think Martinelli is obviously lacking a little bit of confidence and whatnot at the minute, and Rashford definitely falls into that category at the minute. He's lacking it massively.
I think you need it. I think he needed to move in the summer personally, new ideas, new environment, new surroundings.
Yeah, that's the one thing that Arsenal did this year is those young academy products that were still sitting on the squad. They basically gave them a chance to rejuvenate their careers, right? I mean, like they all needed it, and we've seen at least Emile Smith-Rowe basically show up and say, "Look,
look,
give me a chance."
They're taking Delict off, the saviour. for Harry Maguire.
Oh God.
Who are they booing?
Yeah, you were saying,
Garnacho.
Gary,
They
go on.
booing Garnacho.
Yeah, no. I just think we did. We finally did a good job for a player and players actually, because all three of our attackers, young attackers, now get a chance to hopefully just go play some football without the pressure of the big shirt, the big crest.
Yeah.
The Emirates on there. On them
I
anymore. So,
think they'll all have really good seasons. Personally,
yeah.
I think Eddie's going to go out. I personally think double digit goal wise. I might be sticking my neck out on that. I honestly think he'll have no pressure, no stress, no.
Yeah.
I generally think he'll easily go out and get 11, 12 easily in that Palace team.
Yeah. You know what? I wanted to be charitable with Arsenal's academy last year, and the year before that, but Arsenal held on to them and re-signed them. So yeah, and then now they just finally I think did the right thing for them. We needed better, essentially, either more seniority or whatever. Yeah, I'm always thinking about the children. Always thinking about the children. So yeah, nah. We needed answers and not as many questions, right? We're at that point in our process, as people say, that just answers is all we need. We got that now. We just got stupid injury problems and a stupid red card.
Is it bad that I didn't even know Garnacho's on the pitch still?
It's a training drill.
He's not on the pitch anymore. So if you didn't know, then it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, Salah should come out. I think Catherine was talking about that. Salah can get some rest. He's just pinging the ball down the pitch.
United fans.
Well, they want to get used to it.
Got to love it.
Because I think even Van Nistelrooy is looking.
Enjoyed our debacle.
I think even Van Nistelrooy is looking at this, thinking, "What the fuck have I let myself in for?"
He was on the iPad. I think he was showing Ten Hag. You know what? This is a good place for you to go once they let you go. Like I've just
updated your CV on Indeed.
It says September. It says September 4th is your end date. So just just get your tickets ready. I called your travel agent. They're waiting your call. Just go take a trip, man. Just go take a trip. You don't even need. There's no exit interview required. Just head out. We'll talk to you later.
I'll make sure everything's all right for you. Getting everything boxed up in his office.
Yeah, Ten Hag gets into his office, and man, somebody in the seat turns around. It's Van Nistelrooy, just like
Van Nistelrooy, just there with a big smile on his face
and a cigar.
He's got his tulips in the corner. He's got his Van Gogh up on the wall. He's chilling. Oh,
hey, get your gifts, people. Looks like some gifts are coming your way. There you go. What's he saying?
I felt charitable. Man United losing, I felt charitable.
There you go. Everybody, yeah, they're giving Liverpool a nice exercise session. Oh, the butcher tried to do a little overhead kick and he missed.
There he is. You can't have a United game with them losing without going to the stands to see Ferguson's reaction. Stick that in the Louvre, mate.
Oh,
no. That's a beautiful image.
How long did it give it before Sky put out the footage of Gary Neville thumping the air?
What are we on? 73rd minute? Half hour?
Yeah.
I think at this point, they're just telling him lies. He's like, I thought I went to the Manchester United match. Oh, sorry. Yes, we made a wrong turn, and we're sitting at the Southampton match. Yes, it looks like Old Trafford, but it's Southampton. Yes, they wear red too. He's like, I don't know any of this.
Bloody
What is
hell, I
this?
didn't realise he'll be there. I didn't realise we signed Ramsdale. That's a better replacement for Onana. Good lad. Well done. I like the new horizontal kit as well. Perfect lads. Probably enjoy himself more at fucking Southampton.
Oh my god.
He's got to be.
He looks a player.
Who? Armstrong. Yeah.
That player Armstrong.
Fuck me, when did we get Ward Prowse in? Didn't he go? He went to Southampton, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what though? In all seriousness, he must be, because you know, as much as we like to slag United off and whatever, him at that United, you know, they were a force when Fergie was there. Whether you liked them or hated them, whatever, you know, majority of the time you hated them. But it was what it was. He must be fucking there, sat there now. I can imagine the conversations at dinner at home with the wife. I don't know why I fucking bother going anymore. My fucking legacy all ruined, and what have they turned this fucking shithole into? They can't even fix a roof, and he's got to be well annoyed. Like, he's got to be dying inside a little bit. Like, what's going on at that club? Like, he's probably lobbed a couple of boots at someone as well, isn't he? Fucking hell, you're winning 3-0, Trent. Anyone would think you're losing. Oh no, there we go. A little bit of a smile. Oh, let's hope he don't kick off with anyone in the. Let's hope he don't kick off with anyone in the stands. Old Nunes is on.
Oh God.
Has he still left Salah on?
Do it tonight. Yeah, Catherine, I'll do it tonight for the Match of the Day stream. So, do it tonight. Talk with Rich, we'll do the calendars.
Fucking hell, what's he cooking these roast? Where is he cooking these roast potatoes under candlelight? It's when we start seeing smoke fly across the screen.
If the smoke reaches his fucking pub there, we're in trouble. You do.
I think it's safe to say United aren't going to score a goal, are they? I'm willing to throw that out there. With 15
I mean,
you
went over and beyond. You like, wow, you were just a crazy man making these crazy predictions. I mean,
you know, you know, I know it's a bit of a tough one because of all the possession Man United have got, but I'm willing to stick my neck out that they're not going to score a goal. You watch their attacking now; they could have probably fucking score. I'm being cancelled. Yeah. Oh, they nearly did as well. That's when I was just like, bye lads, nice, you know, me streaming, me show career's over. No point me being here anymore. It's a decent ball, to be fair.
Oof. Zuxki just cannot get a good touch on that one. Football gods are against you today, or you know, or the hate that Arsenal has for everybody else is very strong. So far, we've had at least three games today. We've been happy for at least all of the results, right? Today would have been, been okay. I would have been okay with a draw, but I'll take, United looking like this.
Go on. Oh, what are you doing? Just put your foot through it, lads. He was definitely trying to be cocky, weren't he? What a
Right.
bell end.
Yeah, he should have just taken that the first time.
Yeah. He's tried being a bit too cocky, showboating.
Yeah.
Just put it in the back of the net.
Take that the first time and you score. I don't know. Anybody know what leads is? I don't know what that is. Is that like the things you plug into like the car, like when the batteries are So what you mean by those? Like I don't know. I didn't think about. I'm not a fan of cables. Sorry, no. Yeah.
According to Brownie Zerks, he didn't kick the ball because he hit it with his ankle.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Brownie's like, it's football, right? If it's not on the foot, then it's not, you're not playing the game right.
Oh, you apps. Just fucking put your foot through it.
They're like waiting for an invitation to actually take a shot. Just.
Seriously, has Liam got lost?
Oh, here he is.
Sorry, boys. Someone's got to cook a dinner as well. You know what I mean? Look after two kids.
We thought you were cooking them roast potatoes under candlelight, mate.
It's on in the oven now, mate. Bit of butter, bit of grating, and mate, bit of seasoning, bit of salt.
Oh. Change your name from El Smuggo to Heston.
Yeah. Wherever this lead guy is, he needs to be gone as well.
Who?
Whoever this guy is. He says Brownie is the best. That
Brownie
right there
talks shit.
There you go. Brownie, the Prime Minister of Australia. Wow, that was a really good shot there. Oh boy.
You doing a watch along for the Spurs game, yeah?
Yeah.
My birthday weekend. I might be a little bit worse for wear, but I'll be on. Could be interesting.
Yeah. As we found out last season. So.
Yeah. He looks happy.
Who's that?
Just gone to Ten Hag. They look happy in the ground as well.
Oh, my surprised still sitting there, mate, to be honest. I
would have thought most of them would have wanted to get back to London early.
There's a lot of them leaving now, mate. You can see a few of them going out. It takes everything.
It's a long trip from Manchester to London. Bournemouth chips. Go on, the cherries.
Oof.
Oh, it's bloody. It's hot, mate. It is hot today.
What's it in a minute? 27.
Is that what it is at the moment, is it?
Yeah. That's what it's saying here. 27.
Yeah.
I think it's the last bout of good weather we'll probably have, mate.
Yeah, I think so. It's meant to rain over the next couple of days, I think, isn't it?
Oh, do you know what? I wouldn't mind a little bit of. Oh.
Oh, no, apparently it's not till next weekend.
Yeah, also yesterday I got a notification from BBC News saying that the Met Police have sort of issued out fucking thunder and lightning storm warnings for the next few days. I'm like, seriously? Where? There'll be snowing next Sunday.
You wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, yeah?
We don't get snow down here. That's the thing. It's Scotland.
Where do we all love Leeds? No one can answer that.
I still keep asking, what is a lead? See, no answer. I mean, nobody even knows. Like I don't know.
It's a multitude of things of answers potentially, so we can't
Is it
really answer until we know the
HDMI?
actual
Is it
context.
US? Is it US? Is it USB?
It's a USB.
Is it?
I got it. Oh.
You can't beat it. I tell you what, this Liverpool team's they're putting in the energy levels, mate. They're still pressing them right now, mate.
Yeah, 83rd minute, 3-0 up, mate. They're going for it, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, they've got their second. They got their second team, and these guys need to work too, right?
Something you put on a dot.
I've lost a fan about 13.7 seconds ago. But first thing happened to me in Leeds when I got off the train a few weeks ago. There was a punch up right outside the train station. I was like, bloody hell. Welcome to Leeds.
Welcome to Leeds.
That was the moment you turned around and thought, "Fuck it, I'm out of it. I'm going back home. Not worth it."
Then I had the wrong food delivery turn up. Right old barrel of laughs that was.
Bloody hell.
We'll go and check on the parsnips in a minute, boys. You know how it goes. Potatoes are done now. Now I'm on to the parsnips. Bit of honey roasted parsnips, Gary. You know, I like to treat them well in there.
Hey, you know, I just to remind you, I will be in the area, in early October. So yeah, try and hopefully I can see you for a drink or something. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
2 legends, 1 room. 2 legends, 1 room, mate.
Yeah.
Last one standing, basically.
Yeah, I think we play. Are we playing Southampton that weekend? I think. Early October. I got tickets to the women's game the next day, but definitely I'm bringing my daughter.
Yeah, I'll definitely be around.
Yeah. I'm having a look now. One sec.
Yeah, I was trying to get it up. Southampton is the 5th of October at home.
Yeah, I'll be there for that a long weekend basically. So I think I land.
See you there, sir. Yeah. See you there. Actually, it's quite a busy week, isn't it? Because we've got Paris Saint-Germain in the FA Cup. Sorry, the FA Cup. What am I on about? We got.
That's how he feels. That's how he feels of it. He's like it's not a Champions League. It's almost like FA Cup level, man.
No, but we've got Leicester, haven't we, on the 29th? Then we've got Paris Saint-Germain on the 1st.
Leicester on the 28th. PSG on the 1st. Southampton on the 5th.
She's going to be pissed off. 3 games in a week.
Oh, 3 home games in a week.
I better keep that one on the quiet for tonight.
So yeah, Southampton one day, and the next day it's Everton at the Emirates as well. It's a busy weekend at the Emirates.
Yeah.
I just saw what's his name? Xerxes on the sideline, and his future coach basically tapping him on the shoulder saying, "It's all right, lad. It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon." Yeah. Ten Hag will be out.
Window opens again in January. You'll be off. See you later.
You survived that long.
I can't disagree with old retro rewind TV either. It's bang on the buzzer there.
The man's eyes are a little shot. I mean,
anyway, got to concentrate on my parsnips, boys. Got to concentrate on my parsnips and think about Paris Saint-Germain in the FA Cup.
Oh man!
Got to qualify first. We've got to play Rangers in the one game. If we win that at Meadow Park, we then got to play either Atletico Madrid or whoever they're playing. Who wins that game? A week later. And if we win them games, and then we've got a 2-legger game to qualify. Win that over 2 legs, then we qualify. So not quite, but yeah. We'll beat Rangers. It's only Rangers anyway.
Yeah.
Oh. And Arne's taken his own player out.
Sounds about right, Arne. Now, did he kick him, ankle him, knee him? Because apparently can't kick. If you actually hit the foot touches you.
Can't tell you.
It's not a kick. Or did he elbow him?
I don't know. They didn't really shut. I couldn't really tell from the replay there.
This is the most boring 3-0 away match I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, what a ball. Salah's on his
It's
bike.
like after that initial 5-minute spell after going 3-0,
That's a free kick.
Oh, typical Darwin Núñez. Everything but the target.
What? How? Basically, he just body slams like the guy midair. I've just seen it. He just body slams him midair.
So basically, Leeds are signing a 30-year-old then wonder kid.
I'm sceptical for about 17 reasons.
Old Carnu.
There'll probably be a wonder kid who they've said is about 17, but he looks about 48.
He was still performing well, though, Carnu, whatever his age he was, wasn't he? To be fair to him.
And he looks eerily similar to Kanu as well. This kid.
Retro's sceptical about Jorginho starting against Spurs. I don't think he will personally, mate.
We're too deep now for some of these players that were destined. We're definitely coming on now. Now I think we have more athletic players and they can play multiple positions and all of that. And sometimes they should get to play. I'd rather have the more athletic player on the pitch than, not. So Arteta does like his versatile players.
He does.
Yeah.
So we might as well just use them. And also there's nothing they can look at and go, well, you know what? I think they're going to play Jorginho or Partey and we put somebody else in there. What are you going to do then? So
Diaz gets player in the match as well from Jamie Carragher.
I'll bet Gary Neville's frothing. It's been men against boys, isn't it, this game?
Yeah, whilst you're away, we were saying how long it takes Sky to get the video and footage out there of Gary Neville punching anything around him, basically.
Just been like a training game for Liverpool, really, isn't it? Not really had to break a sweat or anything.
No.
Nah, not really, mate. Maguire. Oh. Okay. Right, past it, Chewy.
Run.
Yeah. And the nice thing is that we could have that problem. Calafiori, Timber, pick one. Right. I like that. Definitely like that. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. It's bad when the fridge is getting 2 attempts at goal. And they actually don't look that bad. Or as you guys call him,
I think he's come on and contributed more there than Garnacho did the whole game.
He had a header-on shot. He made the goalkeeper have to make a save in front of his goal.
There
everything.
You go. Considering Ryan didn't even realise Garnacho was still on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey,
started, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sterling. I think Sterling gets a chance.
Yeah.
Whether he starts or not, I don't know. But potentially, if he doesn't start, he definitely comes off the bench against Spurs because he'll just give us that different dynamic, I think.
Yep. We need that. We need that. It'd be nice to like to say, Harry. I don't think it can happen, but having Martinelli and Trossard come on to change it up, or Martinelli and Sterling to come on to change things up a bit. You know, because that'd be think about it. That's a dynamic we don't have. We're just gonna switch both of our wings, see if you can keep up with them.
Yeah. You've just had the likes of Saka and say Trossard running at you for 70 odd minutes. Here you go. Now have a go with Sterling and Martinelli.
For some reason, all the Liverpool fans is still there. I don't know.
I mean, I think they've been the worst side, to be fair. But...
Yeah. They're not even trying, are they, Liverpool? They're just like, we've got the 3 points, let's get the pitch.
They're just like, hurry up, ref, come on. Blow up early. They're hoping for that referee that was in the AFCON.
That's right.
Where he blew
We've
up
got
like
2 minutes left in the match.
15 minutes. Man United have been hoping for that for the last 15, 20 minutes.
Get back on. 30 seconds later.
Look, they're just still 94th minute, closing down everything. I mean, obviously, winning 3-0 is good, and Liverpool have been good. But have they looked better because United have been absolutely fucking shit, or does it not matter that United have been shit? They've looked good anyway.
They've looked this way all season now, so this just happens to be like. I don't even think they even come out of what gear? Second gear, maybe. For a little bit, but really and truly, it hasn't been really like they haven't been threatened or.
Well, in this, I think they've been in reverse. They've not had to do much, have they? There we go, all over 3-0. He's saying, "Take care, see you later. It was nice to. I won't see you for the away game. Sorry, the home game. I won't see you for the home game. Take care, all the best."
Wow.
I mean, I did expect maybe a little bit more from Man United. I think before this game kicked off, I would have said both teams to score. But I know that's a bit of a long shot. But I just thought with Man United being at home, they would have maybe been up for it a bit more. To be fair, but Liverpool were just too good. There he is. Look, shaking hands. Don't need an assistant coach, do you, lads? Like...
I think I saw him slip a piece of paper to a slot when he was hugging. It looked like a CV. I don't know. It was
Yeah. Do you want to come and play for United? Like, any chance? Like,
it's like, are you guys got a spot on your bench anywhere there? I mean, I might need a job soon. I mean, we got the same hairstylist. Come on. Yeah. Wow. As bad as I felt yesterday, I'm laughing at this team. I can't. It could be worse for sure.
It could be worse. You could be an Everton fan travelling home to get the early train, thinking you've got 3 points, or you could be a United fan who's just got spanked at home to Liverpool. Always could be worse.
Yes.
Right, gents. I know Liam's not back, but tell him I said thank you for having me on, and I'll catch up with him soon. A pleasure to chat to you both. I'm sure we'll chat. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I was just saying, thank you for having me on, mate. I'm going to
pleasure, mate.
Shoot. Always a pleasure. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll chat again soon.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good evening, all. See you later.
See you, mate.
Bye.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, pretty comprehensive that one.
That's the part.
But yeah, they're in the oven now. Broccoli cheese and cauliflower cheese.
Oh, you're talking about United? Yeah, they're in the oven. They're done.
They're done, mate. It's been a funny day all round, isn't it? Chelsea couldn't beat Palace at home. Spurs got beaten by Newcastle late on, and Man United got stuffed at home.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday to you all.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. If this is what we had to go through a little bit of pain yesterday, but they wanted to give us happiness today. So, football gods gave us something.
Yeah. And what's even better? We were left alone by Gav, the Chelsea fan. He left us alone today.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Newcastle scored all the goals in that match too, right?
Could have done with old Sterling, couldn't you, Gav? I bet he's got clips of you yesterday, ain't he?
I was like, I haven't had a look yet. I'll have a look.
You know it's coming, mate. You know it's coming.
Yeah. Definitely. Ryan went on his rant. Yeah.
Literally, I was saying before you popped in, I was like, the second that happened, for pretty much the entire second half, it was just me ranting every 5 minutes on the same subject. It was that frustrating. And Gary, compared to Gary, he just like, yeah, cool. Next, keep going, yeah. You got again? Okay, cool.
Oh, man.
We have to move on now, though, don't we?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Until the next game, it's going to be difficult, right? Unless I want to see. The only thing that can change my mind is Marino or whatever his name is practicing without a sling. I mean, that's a Otherwise, we just have to wait until the next match, right?
Yeah. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No, it's 2 weeks today, isn't it? Like, it's a long old time to wait.
Yes. Oh, at least we have
trying
to watch. So that'd be
yeah, I'm just trying to work out in my head at the moment if it's 2 points, drop the one, or a good point. I think after 60 minutes, mate, you just sit there and think, you know what, if we get a draw out of this, like, it's probably not a bad result after being 10 men for the last 35 minutes, 36 minutes after that goal.
I think we'll know it by at the full time whistle of Man City and Tottenham. We'll know
Yeah. But Man City and Liverpool look like they've won it, so we're gonna have to go and win both them games.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna need our defense to stand up. That's all, man.
Yeah.
We're supposedly dependent on our defense, but they kind of let us down a little bit yesterday for that one blip, right? I mean, otherwise Brighton didn't get much that threatened us, right? So that splitting our center backs isn't like. That doesn't happen, right? Not like that. So doesn't matter if we're missing a player in the midfield or not. That just can't happen, right? Like most of the time, Saliba would be there to clear that away. He was like a fraction of a second off from getting his typical, tackle right off the foot of the player. I mean, that's how close it was, and that shot and that rebound never happens, right? So it's just a fraction of a second slow, and we paid for it. Yeah, Raya pushes that back to the right or to the left, and who knows where still might have have a chance, but right back in the middle, just
I was going to say this will cheer you up. We're 3 games into the season. The Man United are 2 points from relegation. That cheer you up, surely. Oh dear.
It's a bit of a sore subject, really, isn't it? In terms of the continuation of Ten Hag at the moment. Yeah, I just think they need to cut losses now. This would probably be the best time to do it. While the international,
they got 2 weeks to let the new manager actually figure out how he wants to play this thing out, as opposed to waste another 2 weeks. And then when you can't do it during a busy period, right? They got international games and cup games coming up too, right? Probably, right? So you don't want to be doing it in the middle of all of that mess. Like, say you come out and you win, you lose the next 3 matches because the team is just out of their heads, kind of thing. Yeah, if you're gonna change it, you change it early, even though you kind of wasted a whole entire summer with the wrong manager. But that's what they did.
Yep,
that's what they did.
Certainly.
3 games in, 2 losses already. I mean, that's not good. Doesn't matter who you play.
No, you can't. Nah. You got to be seeing at that point at Brighton without a shadow of a doubt. You know what I mean? That's the first thing you need to be doing. Today, I actually thought they were going to beat them today. How deluded was I? I just thought that they would have to turn up today and then need to win it more, but it's just not good enough, are they? It's just not good enough. And I just don't see.
So you just would have thought with United, again, it's at home at Old Trafford, all their fans there.
Yeah.
And obviously they got a draw. They beaten the FA Cup. They drew against them back end of last season. There's just a bit more fight about it. There's a bit more fight. There's just the second. Is that the second the goal that got disallowed went in? They just went, oh well, we know it's coming now. It's a matter of time, and they just didn't do it. There's nothing from them. No response at any point. And if it wasn't for Liverpool letting off calming things down after 5 minutes of going 3-0 up, it could have been even worse.
Yeah.
Liverpool had been more persistent with their pressure.
Yeah, it could have been much worse.
I think, that's how you say. I think we've been there before with Wenger. Back in the Wenger's time, the FA Cup kept saving the FA Cup, and the pressure from the media, the board at Man United buckled and thought, you know what, we can't sack a guy that's another cup, 2 cups in 2 seasons, and this, that, and the other. No matter how bad our league form is, we've got to stand by him. But then to give him a new contract, and then you've backed him heavily in this summer window, and what we're watching is no different to last year with new players. And the players that were here last season that survived the culling, they don't look interested either. I mean, Johnny Evans himself, again, he was only meant to be a 1 season thing last season. They've re-signed him to another year. But things have changed, things are getting better. How? Man United fans don't get it. When we say we've been there, when we were going through our period, we've seen all this. We've seen certain things that are so similar. We're like, well, it ain't exactly, you're not exactly out the wood just yet. We must be. We're spending money because you're spending money for the sake of it. Your club is literally signing big name players to appease you. Well, how do I know? Because we were there when the Alexis Sanchez Mesut Ozil deadline day. We were there. It was just papering over the cracks, and you guys just soak you up every year. And it's not, the thing is, they can sack Ten Hag. They can sack Ten Hag. We can all agree Ten Hag's not good enough for the Premier League. We can all see it. It's 3 seasons in now, and the start of the season's getting no better either. But whoever they bring in, we'll be here next year saying the same thing about his replacement, and then following year about the next replacement, because it's the same cycle upstairs.
It's the players they bring in, isn't it? Okay, give me 1 sec, Mal. That 1 sec. It is the players they bring in.
Yeah, well, you kind of have to, like you say, get some. You talk about rot, right? The rot that's in the club, like that needs to go. You know, and there's a big. I think they just need to start with that. Like, you're right. Like they need a center back, a real legit center back, like a really good one. All right, to start with that. You know, the further away you push Maguire to off the bench or off the squad is a start, right? Like they brought in Varane and all this stuff to like help them defensively, and you know what? That just had an expiration date on it.
I know. Sign a goalkeeper that can save the ball.
You know, that is the scary. You know what? That's the scary part, right? Think about if we had Onana now. Because think about you're we got lucky that they know a little bit more than us, right? They know what they want out of a player and stuff. So just watching him, like you're like, well, the one thing is we don't give up those types of shots the way that Liverpool was taking these shots today, right? So it does make a difference, I think, but like he needs to be able to make those saves, and I don't know if he makes those saves, right? Like the ones that Ray has been making this year. Like he's had at least 4 of them where you're like, is he making no saves for them? I don't know. So.
There's just so much easier at that club. They need to sort of, as I say, the spine needs to be sorted. They need not just sorting it just for a quick fix. It needs to be like what we did. It's a complete open surgery, like everything open. There we go. This is what's wrong, and take the stuff that's really rotten, get that out ASAP. Get the bad vibes out of the club that we had to do with all the clicks at our club at the time. And get all that out of the way and start rebuilding piece by piece. until you start seeing progress and seeing things going in the right direction. Whilst you keep doing what they're doing in terms of just going, add another fuel to the fuel, and another bit of fuel, and another bit of fuel, and another bit of fuel, it's not going to change.
Yeah.
But we love it. We're Arsenal, so we love it. I mean, as long may it continue. You loved our suffering for all them years back in the Wenger early, you know, every season, the early Arteta fade as well. You were loving it. Well, here we are.
Yeah. Well,
you just didn't realise Fergie left it. You're going to go through it. You thought you were indestructible. You're the mighty man. You. Again, it's like that legacy that he built. So they're going to go so far. Sooner or later, that legacy he's built isn't going to be enough to sign the big guns.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's got to be the right plan for the right time. Like he's coming off the end of a run that nobody's doing that anymore. They can't do that. And Chelsea just do the same thing, right? They spent all this money, and then after the window's shut, then they fired their manager and brought in another one, right? With players that he hadn't picked. Next, you know, so it's coming straight out of the Chelsea playbook. You know, this is how we do things. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to shoot, guys.
Yeah, we'll wrap things up. No worries, mate. No worries. But Liam, have you all ready for Tuesday's show?
Yep, all ready for Tuesday, mate. El Smugger and G show at 8:30. We'll have some guests on. We'll discuss all things called Arsenal men and women's. We'll look back at the Villa game. We'll look back at the Arsenal women's game against Southampton. And we'll just do a bit of an overall of the transfer window in general and look ahead to probably the two big games after the international break against Man City and Spurs. So, yeah, still a lot to cover off, mate. And, yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday.
Yep, that's cool. And obviously, you've got Thursday, you've got your All Premier League show on Thursday with Jonesy. Is that this Thursday? Or because obviously you've got this week to talk about?
We'll come back to you on that one. We potentially are going to be doing it, but it's going to be a segment-based show only. So,
yeah, that's cool. Cool.
Yeah, we are looking to do it though.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, we're sort of that behind the scenes and all that. But yeah, to keep like that for them bits and pieces. I was meant to do match of the day last night, but I with all the stress of the refereeing performance yesterday, I got a headache, migraine, if you will. Took some tablets, knocked me out, and I woke up at 10:30, 15 minutes into match of the day. So I thought, you know what, it's not worth starting 15 minutes late. I'll come back tonight though with a match of the day 2. I'll do it tonight with a match of the day 2 instead. And we can all sit back and watch Chelsea demise again. Gav can have a little cry. United fans, if you want to come and have a little cry, you can. Tottenham fans, you can cry, but you're not welcome. But aside from that, though, that'll be, I think that's 20 past 10. I think we'll go live from that one before kickoff. Before the show program that starts live on BBC One tonight. And then also at the end of match of the day tonight, I'll be doing the draw for last month's giveaway. I ended yesterday, so the Magic will all be appearing, and we'll find out who won last month's draw. And then the new draw for this month will start tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that as well on Instagram and X/Twitter and all that as well. Aside from that, though, guys, take care of yourselves. If you haven't already, do smash the like button. Do subscribe as well to both my channel, Hidden Mr. Arsenal Podcast, over on Liam's channel as well. We'll come streaming off as well. What's it called, Liam?
The All-Star Bar. I can't remember myself. The All Sports Bar Cafe channel. I hope you got that.
Yeah, go over to that as well. Yeah, if not, we'll put a link in the description later, and we'll sort that out later either way. But check all them out. Obviously, check our socials out. All our socials out. Big up to everyone. Obviously, Liam, myself, Gary, Craig, and all you guys in the chat as well. And seeing a new face coming at the end there with Warrant. Hope you all do. Hope you're keeping well. Aside from that, though, as I say, see you later tonight. Take care of yourselves, and as always, it's all off at United.